Hello, everyone. Welcome to the YouTube live session with Mark Oravec. So, your name is Mark, right?
Yes, in my country it's Marek, but for you will be
Mark.
easier Mark.
Mark, okay. And he has been doing sadhana since 17 months. Am I right?
I have notebooks over here, and but it's definitely longer than 1 year. But I'm not sure if it's
Uh,
17 months or
so,
18.
you're in which deity right now?
Mahavishnu, Mahavishnu
Mahavishnu.
second week.
Okay. So he has completed 16 deities. That is from Uchishta Ganapati till Mahavidya Chinnamasta, and now he's in the Mahavishnu month. So uh, now we are going to learn from Mark what his experiences are and also how he has been doing sadhana since so far, and also who is his favorite deity, that is Ishtadevata. So we are going to learn from him about this and also a little bit about his own background, like how he entered spirituality, like why did he take this turn? Because you live in Russia, right?
No, it's Middle Europe, Slovakia. We used to be
Slovak.
Czechoslovakia, and we split like in '93.
Oh, okay, Slovakia. And you told you are a police officer.
Yes.
Okay,
It's
so he's a
like from
police of.
2009, so around 15, 16 years already.
Oh, wow. So he has been working in his government, that is as a police officer since 2009, and we are going to learn why he took this turn of uh, Hindu deities, that is Ganapati, Vishnu, Shiva, Kali. Why was this affinity towards these deities, and what was his childhood like? Like which belief system he followed, but then why he questioned the reality, and why this divergence towards kundalini. So we are going to learn from him. So Mark, can you tell us all about your childhood and upbringing and how you became a police officer, and also uh, how is Slovakia basically? Yeah.
Okay, I can tell you everything. You just need to give me good questions because
Mm,
I always said about myself that I am very sincere, like sometimes
mm,
even too much, that it's hard for me to be diplomatic. So we can we
mm,
can share everything you like.
mm.
What's your
So
first question?
okay. So how was the childhood like in Slovakia?
I don't really remember like anything below 6 years. Maybe my first memories are from 6 years, and I have like one brother and one sister. I'm the middle one, and we've been a normal family in a village around 3,500 people, and like my parents right now they are like divorced. So
Mm,
one of my first memories was maybe them arguing with each other and me trying to save my mom and things like this. But I
mm,
wouldn't say that I had a bad memories. It just I think it's like every other family.
mm,
I didn't took any personal from it, but definitely it influenced me.
mm.
But I know that
And
my even my father he is like a good person. He's just sometimes
mm,
too choleric and hot
mm,
blooded.
mm,
And but he was always saying to us that whatever we need, he will take care of us. And we were playing in the garden with animals and things like this.
oh, wow. And is it like a snowy place there or a warm place?
We have 4 seasons.
Mm.
And I think in your country, in India, is like through whole year the sunset and um, if when in the like morning is the same time, right? Sunset is
Mm.
always around 19, but in my country in winter, sunset is around 4,
Mm.
but in the summer it's around to 9 o'clock in the evening,
Oh.
so it's changed through the year.
Huh.
So in
And
the winter nights are much longer, but in the summer day is much more longer.
oh, does it snow there?
In winter, when I was younger, it was more months, but well, right now maybe like two. This winter was a little colder than usual, but maybe 1 month we had snow. And in the
Oh,
summer, it's around 30, 35 Celsius. Do you have Celsius
oh,
in India as well?
yeah,
Oh,
Celsius.
okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you can compare.
yeah. And how did this turn of events like? Yeah, before that, how you became a police officer? Why was it your
Mm.
ambition or the dream from since childhood?
Actually, I remember when you were asking about childhood, when we were in a first class in a primary school,
Mm.
we were supposed to draw something that we would like to do. And it
Mm.
was actually one of my talents. I even visited
Mm.
a special school for drawing and making things from clay. And I
Mm.
even was doing piano, but I know that
Mm.
I pictured astronaut. So I had a
Mm.
great
Mm.
ambitions.
Mm. Ah.
But I don't know if you remember, but in 2008 it was an economic crisis. So
Mm.
when I finished school, that and I asked for a jobs, even the jobs that were like just from being sure if nobody else would pick up me, then at least these kind of jobs I was like sure for myself that they will get
Mm.
me. But nobody did wrote me back,
Mm.
so I was like a little bit worried. And then I
Mm.
talked to my cousin, and he was already policeman like for many years, and he said me just don't worry, go with us. You can work with me,
Mm.
and you can
Wow.
train
Mm.
there because I was too much like a fitness guy back
Mm.
then. So I imagined that it could be like nice to work as a criminal police.
Mm.
So I applied, and the process is around 3 months. And after 3 months, I was one of them.
Mm. Mm. Wow. Like many people, they dream of becoming a police, right?
I think it's like a normal dream for kids to be. But for example, I never had this dream.
Oh, you wanted to become an astronaut.
I think it was a short dream.
Mm.
But in police, I can also say you that first 4 years I've been
Mm.
working as a like regular police that is
Mm.
taking care about if somebody calls police, we were the ones that were sent over there. So a
Mm.
lot of crazy memories from back then.
Mm.
And then I went to main city because I live in
Mm.
Trnava, but this is in Bratislava. It's like
Mm.
500,000 uh,
Mm.
people lives over there.
Mm.
And there I was working at a foreigner police
Mm.
department, alien
Mm.
police, and later it's called like we were securing objects.
Mm.
Like most important police building in Slovakia, I was like down there, and if somebody was crossing, he needs to show me his ID that he's police, and then I let him
Mm.
go, and if he's not, then I stopped him. It was also around 4 or 5 years, and now for about 4 years I'm working in police
Police?
school.
Oh,
So
school. Okay.
education, but I'm not a teacher, but we are like making sure that everything runs smooth over there.
Got it. Wow, very good journey of becoming a police. And also, have you solved any murders?
Murders, not really. I'm thinking I've had several accidents when I was called when some
Mm,
if I that I found a dead body,
mm,
but it was never a murder. It was like, for example, somebody did like
mm.
this,
Oh, and
or someone was too old, or some car
mm,
accident, things like this.
oh, got it. And how this turn of events from like a normal police life into Kundalini Sadhak, like how this turn of events.
So your question is, when did I started with spirituality, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm, I was thinking that you would ask me this question, so my nice answer would be that when Shiva consciousness started to desire something, and
Mm,
he turned himself into Vishnu, and this is
mm,
the time where it all started. But this is just
mm,
like theoretical for me. But from practical point of view, I think mm, because we've been like spiritual family, especially from my mother's side, like grandmother and my grandpa,
mm,
they were visiting church. Like we've been typical Christianity,
mm,
Christians family, and like the village priest used to eat with us on Sundays. So I remember even when I was a child, I was thinking about the universe, and it's such a crazy thing to have all these planets and we are here.
mm,
But maybe when I was 18, 19, I was like in my low about life, and I started to read Secret. I don't know if you know the book. It's
mm,
a famous book in West because most of the people are interested in the book because it's about the law of attraction and how you can attract anything you want. But this was not what something what interested me about it, but I was interested about the whole concept. And
mm,
later I started to read books like Eckhart Tolle, The
mm,
Power of Present Moment,
mm,
or Miguel Ruiz, or I even came to Sadhguru. And
mm,
at that time, it was like too crazy for me. Some parts, like imagine sitting like this and do. Uh,
mm,
it's one part of the sadhana, but later I started with his yoga,
mm,
and I was initiated in Surya Kriya
mm,
and Bhuta Shuddhi,
mm,
and also one more thing, Shambhavi Mahamudra is most famous thing he have.
mm,
But over time, it got me to the point where some of the days I've spent like 2 3 hours in meditation, and it was like too much for me. I was like, is this really all that life can offer me? Like, am I not supposed to experience things and not just be in my room? And
mm,
simultaneously, I was like drawn to Tantra, like Rajarshi Nandi videos and things like this.
mm,
And I stumbled about your channel. And
mm,
at first, I was like, what is this young guy trying
mm,
to tell us? But the more I listened to you, the more it made sense for me.
mm,
And like the Patanjali famous book, Yoga Sutras, it
mm,
all it all starts with and then yoga. Like
mm,
we've been through life.
mm,
We had relationships, we had food, we had money, we had girls, and all, but you always realize that there is something more. Like you
mm,
said in your videos, that there is one thing inside you that
mm,
haven't changed throughout the life.
mm,
And I felt it inside. So when I've seen that it's possibility to enroll in your sadhana, like that
mm,
you would initiate us with some mantras, because I was very interested in bija mantras, and
mm,
it was like I felt like I'm lucky that
mm,
I can do this, and then that I found you. So
mm,
from then, like you said, 17 months, I enrolled, and
mm,
uh, I'm very thankful to you.
mm. And which deity you found to be the most interesting?
Based on Jyotish from you, because I also had a service from you about Jyotish, and based on this, it should be like that Guru Tattva is the most dominant within myself.
Mm,
But like for example, today is Thursday, and I should be doing my, other than the primary sadhana, I should do my Guru mantra as well. And
mm,
usually Thursdays I'm not able to do whole Guru mantra, but during the whole month in my sadhana, I think I have best connection with Kamala. But it's
mm,
mainly because I'm in my Ve- uh, Venus Mahadasha. Am
mm.
I correct?
Yeah, correct. Venus Mahadasha. Mm,
Venus Mahadasha, yes, and it should be till 2034. So maybe that's why I feel the connection in a good way over there. But
yeah.
also, like Ganapati was like very, like, it was a big change from sadhana before to do
Mm,
with Ganapati. I remember that, like during
mm,
the day or when I was closing my eyes,
mm,
the mantra was constantly running in the back of my mind.
mm. Yeah. He's a game changer. Um, and Mahavidya Kamala. What about Kali and Krishna?
It's interesting that you are asking about these two, because if I would continue, I would mention these two. Like,
Mm,
uh, Anubhuti is experience in Sanskrit.
mm,
Uh, I know not important, but because we should not be doing sadhana in order to have experiences, but to divinize ourselves. At least what that is my view on it.
mm.
But even with Kali and with Krishna, I had some special experiences, and if you would like, I can share it with you.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so Krishna was first, Kali was the next month. So Krishna was like in my sadhana, it was maybe one of the hardest part, because some of the mantras before were like quite short,
Mm,
but Krishna mantra was till now the longest, and I was like, first couple
mm,
of days, I felt like I'm not able to learn this, and it's like
mm,
too hard. And because I'm a police guy,
mm,
I work on 24 hours shifts, so I know that I wouldn't be able to do my sadhana during or after work, so I have to wake up earlier than normal. So I wake up at half past 3, or this month even at 3, because Mahavishnu mantra is also a little longer. And but first times that I was just able to read it, the Krishna mantra, and it was like 3 hours, and I was like having a war inside me, like, can I really do this, or should
mm,
I quit? And like it was fear inside me if I can do it. But luckily I was able to do it. And then I remember I'm not one of the guys that remember my dreams. But I had some very special dreams in during Krishna month. I remember that even during sadhana, I have like a lot of visions, like from Bible. Like I'm somewhere in the sands with some very nice guy. I think it was maybe Krishna in his life or some other life, or maybe it was Jesus. I don't know, but I felt them quite like that they are similar in some ways when it comes to heart. And okay, so come to this dream. In this dream, I was like with one of my ex that she represents like my sexual part of my life when I was like our relationship was based on sexuality. But then I remember that in the dream I told her like to go to some other flat, and I went to the house where actually my grandmother used to live, but she was not anymore living. But in that house, I remember that I went downstairs, and in the room where usually my grandmother was sleeping, my real mother was, and I came to visit her. And I remember as I was going through the corridor which led to the room, there was a special painting on the wall. And I looked on the wall, and it was the cross, like the Christian cross. Do you know?
Yeah.
Yes. But it was so vivid. I started to look on it, and I was like totally hypnotized by the cross. And the cross started to like crying. I've seen a lot of tears coming from the cross, and I fell on my knees, and I started like shout, "This is miracle! Hey, can you see it, please?" And I started like, like it was like I really felt like it's like real. And I woke up in that moment when it happened. And in that moment, my girlfriend was lying next to me, and she was holding my hand. And it was like special because she's also spiritual, but we all are actually spiritual, but she's having totally different route than me. And it was nice, like for me, this was like sign that okay, you are on the right track, don't worry, and keep going on. Open your heart.
Yeah. Very vivid dream. What about Kali month?
Kali was special that she gave me like vision out of nothing during my sadhana. I just realized that I was like in some dream state when everything was black, and I've heard her things that she has on anklets and bracelets, like as she was dancing. I've seen this black figure with white wild hair, and it wasn't a picture that I've seen somewhere on the internet. It was very special. I've seen it only over there, and she was like only laughing very loud, but I wasn't scared. It was just like her vision. And I also remember her like, because I'm not able to connect with deities like each time. Like I can hear sometimes that I've asked some question in my mind and they answer, but she was like very straight to the point, no bullshit. And I remember that sometimes before I tried your tantra approach. Like if you cannot connect with deities, try to chop off your head or kill yourself for them, something like this. But I remember with Kali that she was like, she asked me like, "Can I chop off your head?" I was like, "Of course, Kalima, do it." And also one special sentence she had. she once said me that all this sadhana it's her job, and we are all her puppets.
Mm.
She's moving strings.
Yeah, true.
And I was like, okay, it may sound like
Mm.
horroristic or psychopathic, but I was like, okay, I understand because uh,
Mm.
Aditya is like your greatest sadhaka, and
Mm.
of course that you used him to
Mm.
help us on our spiritual way.
Mm. True. Give me 1 minute. Uh, yeah. So, um, what what about Bhairavas? Like Bhairava
Mm,
and
mm,
versus the energy that you felt with Bhairava versus the energy that you felt with Vishnu.
mm. Okay. Actually, because this, I'm wondering if also you feel it, but from my
Mm.
point of view,
Mm.
at least from channels I'm watching, it seems like there is an upsurge of energy when it comes to Bhairava in the world and especially in India. Is it correct?
Mm. In India,
Yes.
yeah, there is that basic mostly to do with the online platforms, because online platforms that Bhairava energy is getting higher and higher and people are getting drawn towards sadhana. Yeah.
Okay, because even like I was mentioning Rajarshi Nandi, he was like one of the first that
Mm.
was helping with it, and now even Sadhguru had initiated Mahakal temple. So
Mm.
I'm watching these things, but sometimes it may be only algorithm. That's why I'm asking. But I'm
Mm.
telling it because I was drawn, like I was like looking forward to have Batuk Bhairav.
Mm.
But I remember when it comes to Batuka Bhairava,
Mm.
I was chanting the mantra in a special way. So it was not in the same tonality that you've
Mm.
used.
Mm.
So I was thinking that maybe this is how I did it in my previous life. I don't know.
Mm.
But
Mm.
I didn't felt like I was able to connect. But maybe it's because my heart is not, I was not really ready to open with him like with a friend. What I've heard that is important when it comes to Batuka.
Mm.
But when it comes to Akshobhya Bhairav, like I feel like I can feel him to be unshakable, and I don't even sense like he's that he should be not fearless, but help me. Wh- What is Kali and all these other Mahavidyas? Ferocious, is it correct?
Mm. Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was expecting the same from all Bhairavs, but Akshobhya, for me, he is like pillar of light.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
really, he's like when I come to chakras, I'm able to feel bliss when I'm connecting with him.
Mm. And what about Vishnu?
Mahavishnu is only second week, and
Mm.
uh, there is Narasimha part in the mantra. So it's sometimes it's really funny these things that are like not coincidences. I was never really, even when I was hearing Puranic stories, I was never really interested about Narasimha.
Mm.
But maybe 1 month ago, it spontaneously happened that I started really to study Narasimha and how he killed Niranyakashipu and about
Mm.
Niranyakashipu brothers and things like this.
Mm.
But there is one thing when it comes to Vishnu, because in every month of our sadhana, I hope I
Mm,
can tell this to our listeners, that we should practice in the mantra, not just
mm,
during the sadhana, but also during the day. If we are doing special things, for example, when it was with Ganapati, it was during food,
mm,
during
mm,
eating, right?
mm,
But about Vishnu, you said that we should practice it if we are blissed out.
mm,
And I was afraid that will I ever be blissed out? But I
mm,
usually do it when I finish my sadhana, when I'm doing 108 times, and then I just do it in my mind, and I really felt like blissed out, and maybe even feeling my crown chakra a little bit. It
mm,
usually crown chakra I was never able to really feel,
mm.
but maybe this month it helps a little bit.
Yeah, very good. And yeah, thanks Divagar for the super chat. Jai Ma Durga, Jai Ma Chinnamasta. And yeah, it was very good from, and also like you didn't mention like how uh like you were born a Christian, but how you got that attraction towards the Sanatana Dharma. Yeah.
Okay, when I was hearing this podcast, at least for me, it seems like when you take each not nationality but each of the religion in the world, it
Mm,
seems like Hinduism or Sanatan Dharma is like a broader picture of it. Like for example, Christianity is a just a small part of something that is it is like the most vast it seemed for me.
mm,
And it it's not just random. Everything over there is are rules or even things like rishis. You can deep dive into it whole your life and it still be just a scratch. So
mm.
that's what fascinates me about it.
Oh, which year was it that you started getting attracted towards Hindu deities? Like, which did some video
Mm.
or did some book or video change you?
I remember that I started to listen to some mantras on YouTube.
Mm,
And it's funny that like couple months ago, I visited during Mahashrivatri Vaishnava temple because I when I was working, mm, I was also like having experience to work as a fitness trainer, and I was working in one gym, and it was just like one-to-one gym, that client with me, and I
mm,
played my own music. And one of the
mm,
girls, she was afraid to train with me because she was, I don't want to have a man. Why? And she is a Vaishnava sadhaka, and she told me after like a long after 2 years, she told me that she remembered that I played the music and I played for her the Mahalakshmi Stotram
mm,
during the training. And
mm,
even I don't remember it. I was like, really?
mm,
So, and in the beginning, it was Shiva mantras.
mm,
When I think about it, for all of us, it will be Shiva in the end.
mm. Yeah. So, first you started listening to mantras, and those mantras started pulling you towards the sadhana part. Yeah, that is, yeah, that's a good progress, because even in my life, the sadhana started in the same manner. That is, initially the Sudarshana Krishna mantra. I was like, while jogging in the US, I was listening, and slowly I was thinking, what is this? What is this Bijas, Shreem, Reem, Aim, Klim, and I researched on the Bijas. Then that research became deeper, 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 and finally I started Mahavidya Sadhana. So it was I feel like Krishna himself pulled us towards this path of sadhana, because sadhana makes one person happy. What do you feel?
Mm, not always. I wish to come to that point. It's a
Mm,
lot of very often I'm doing just by discipline or maybe my love for you
mm,
as a
mm,
Guruji, because like we are Raja Yoga, so it's our business to fulfill our sadhana. But when I come to the point where I will do sadhana because it's like music for my soul and for my ears, then it will be great. But it's not always like this. But maybe it's my fault because I'm not. I know that by your rules or advices, we should do it from 4 a.m. till 5 a.m. But
mm.
because I have 24-hour shifts,
Mm.
I'm not able to do it every day like this.
Okay, got it. But have you felt the difference in the mood from before sadhana and after sadhana? There is before sadhana, you will feel a little bit noise in your mind, but once you finish sadhana, not starts during the sadhana, obviously the mind will be like fluctuating, because you are like closing your eyes and you're shutting off the maya, right? But after the sadhana, when you finish the sadhana, you will feel certain kind of satisfaction, like a huge satisfaction and happiness, like without any reason. Have you felt that?
Definitely. Uh, Even this shouldn't be questioned for myself, but even other people say that I changed dramatically. It's still probably not
Mm,
enough. I still have moments of anger
mm,
or desire or too much thinking, but of course I can just be Om Namah Shivaya and
mm,
nothing like really matters or nothing really can hurt me or there is no desire that I can realize that I don't really need this.
mm. Got it. Then, so what would you like to say to the audience before we end the live?
Okay, I was afraid that if I'll be able to speak for such a long time, and now I see that I hopefully managed.
Mm,
Uh, so some advice. Let me consult it with Matangi. Okay. If you are drawn to something, whatever it is, just try to do it and watch the feelings you have while doing it. And then you can ask yourself a question: what are the reasons behind the pull?
mm,
And if you are drawn to certain kind of sadhana, don't be afraid,
mm,
because every time you need to have some experience and then you can think about it later.
mm,
Because one of my beginnings before sadhana was doing Wim Hof in his Wim Hof breathing. He made like 27 Guinness World Record,
mm,
and he has a saying that feeling is understanding. So even
mm,
talking about Shiva until we reach our Agna chakra is only theoretical.
mm. True. Yeah. Just try and experience yourself. Yeah. Correct. So thanks, Mark, for joining this live, and thanks everyone for joining this live and hearing all the stories of Mark. It was very wonderful, like how you went from the desire for becoming an astronaut to a policeman, and finally you have landed here. That is a affinity towards Shiva. So I I hope all the deities will someday come in your life full fledged and um, show their like real self. That is the ultimate self. And once you see the ultimate self, then there is no going back. It's like your soul will automatically surrender, and you will achieve samadhi. So thank you for joining, and we'll meet in more lives in after your 18 months are complete. Yeah. Jai Mahakal.
Jai Mahakal.